We're back again. We're doing it again. It's more rumor talk. So last week, I did a video all about the potential models for Space Marines in 10th edition, the 10th edition box set. This is the counterpart to that video. This is going to be focusing on the other half of potential models in that 10th edition box set, which is rumored to be, of course, the Tyranids. So let's jump in and let's get waffling. Now, of course, disclaimers. These are just rumors. As I always say, rumors are rumors. They're all lies, right? Until Games Workshop themselves confirm it over on their platform, Warhammer Community, YouTube, whatever they post it, Facebook, anything like that. So please take them for what they are. Rumors and not facts. So first things first, let's actually talk about the full range refresh rumor. For people who haven't been really keeping up with the rumors and everything that's going on, apparently what's going to be happening with the launch of 10th edition, we're going to be getting a Space Marine vs. Tyranid box set. This is supposed to be the start of a full range refresh for the Tyranid faction. Just like in 9th edition with the Indomitus box, where we got new Space Marines and we got new Necrons, the Necrons started to get a bunch of new models. This is apparently what's going to be happening with the Tyranid. So Tyranid range refresh, Tyranid players, get ready to eat the biomass because it looks like it's time for you to start scranning. Now, in terms of new models, we're just going to jump in feet first. Now, I will say that the sources who have been whispering this into the warp, I don't know what's going to be actually in the 10th edition box set, what's not going to be part of the 10th edition box set. If you followed the Necron release, there was a bunch of new Necron stuff in the Necron box set for 9th edition, but most of it was sold, after that, the shards and all that type of stuff. So please be aware that some of this may not be in the 10th edition box set. I'm just going to go through it all. So the first thing is new gaunts. The reason why I say new gaunts is because apparently there's going to be maybe 3 types of new gaunts. I'm going to say 2, just to be safe here. I don't know the names of them. I'm just putting down new gaunts. I'm sure that is news which wouldn't surprise a lot of people. Actually, if you go back to one of my old rumor videos way back, this was before the Tyranids actually got their codex and the rumors were all coming out, Tyranid 9th edition codex. I heard that there was going to be new gaunts, and it looks like they didn't bring them out in 9th because they're bringing them out in 10th instead. Now, the next unit I'm hearing about doesn't have a name at this point, but it was described basically as, do you know the Venom Crawler that you get for Chaos Space Marines? I'll put it up in the background now in case people don't know what that is. It was described as something like that, like a big type of a bug unit, a brain bug type of unit, which made me laugh because I just started thinking of like Starship Troopers. It's afraid, that kind of meme that's happening. But that is one of the things I was hearing about, like kind of like a nasty little crawler thing. Brand new unit. This is nothing like we've seen before. This is not like a new model that's getting a refresh. This is going to be brand spanking new for the Tyranid range. Now, for you old school Tyranid players, this may be music to your ears. I've heard that we're going to be getting a new Killer, what is it? A Screamer Killer Khan effect? Am I even saying it right? A new Killer Khan Screamer Khan effects. I probably just butchered that whole thing. I'll put the picture up in the background. It's the old school model with like the 4 claws. It looked like kind of amazing back in the day. But apparently that is something that is going to be getting some love now. It's going to get like this new HD type of model that you expect from Games Workshop, and it's going to be an absolute beast on the battlefield. Really hope that does turn out to be true because, like I said, it was a model from back in the day and it really deserves the love it deserves. On the subject of new and redone stuff, apparently new lictors are going to be coming up. We've kind of spoke about that already with previous videos I've done on Tyranids and what I've heard about them, so that shouldn't be a surprise to many of you. Another thing I've heard, now this is where it starts to get a little bit misty, a little bit bloody in the water. Winged warriors or a winged warrior. I'm leaning that this may be the HQ unit inside of the 10th edition box set rather than like a full squad of brand new wing warriors. Apparently, of course, in the 10th edition box set, you're supposed to be getting the Space Marine Captain, the Space Marine Librarian in Terminator armor, and I'm thinking that this winged warrior may be the counterpart as one of those HQ units inside for the 10th edition launch box set for the Tyranid range. So please take that with extra bits of salt. I'm not sure if it's just one wing warrior or brand new a squad of wing warriors at this point. Keeping on track with new stuff, new biovores. Again, previously talked about this for people who are catching up. I've done other videos to search Valrak, Tyranid Rumours and stuff like that. Go into more details about that. Something which is new, apparently, is plastic spore mines. They're going to be new, and I think there's like a chunky version of them. So I don't know if they're going to be like harder hitting, bigger version of the actual spore mines, but that's something that has been floating around in the rumorverse as well. Tyranid players, you have to fill me in on that. Is he like different versions of like spore mines, or has he always been like just one version of a spore mine? When it comes to Xenos races, I'm not really, the biggest person with knowledge, so please help me out in the comment section. The one last thing I want to talk about, or should I say one of the bigger things I want to talk about, is this thing called the non-Emiracy. I can't even bloody say the word. Non-Emiracy. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. It's my head. It's the way my bloody head works. So people have been asking questions about this, and I received a little bit more information about it. And apparently what this is going to be is a beefed up zone throat. It's got to just be looking like, a zone throat who's took steroids, basically, and it's more chunkier, it's more brutal looking, it's just more badass on the battlefield. Again, that's what the rumors are saying. I'm not saying it, I'm just saying that's what the whispers have been whispering in the void. So take that as you will, because I know a lot of people are like, hey, what is this thing, Valrak, you keep going on about? Well, apparently that's what it is. Now, one other thing I want to talk about is gene stealers. I've heard that there is going to be new gene stealers, but these rumors, these sources who I trust, again, you don't have to trust them if you don't want to. It's, it's the way it works. The rumors are saying that it's not happening at the start, or there hasn't been anything around new gene stealers, which I think I may have a theory about if it turns out to be true. Again, it could all be fake, and it actually could come out at the start, but Games Workshop has been teasing a lot of Space Hulk stuff, and of course with the boarding factions now getting all the love it's been getting, and the game itself, that game is going to go from 9th to 10th edition, because when the rules reset in 10th edition, because it will happen, we are getting those books, I forgot what the books are called now, where everything resets and you get them. The boarding patrol game as a whole can carry over because it has no certain 9th edition rules attached to it. It can actually just go from 9th to 10th. And I think, personally, we've got to get a kill team of Space Hulk and Gene Stealers. Well, I say Space Hulk. Terminators and Gene Stealers themed in a kill team Space Hulk box. It actually may just be a brand new Space Hulk box that has all the brand new Terminators that we've been hearing about, because the rumors are real. The Terminators are definitely coming. Just because I trust it doesn't mean you trust it, but trust me, they are coming. And new Gene Stealers. I think that could be a really, really good way for them to make that new box, put it in there, bunch of new models in there. People pick it up. You can play the old Space Hulk game, maybe kill team versions, maybe boarding patrols of it. And of course, it's going to sell fantastically well because people love that close quarter Terminators versus Gene Stealers combat. So if it does turn out to be true and the Gene Stealers are not launched with the full range refresh, I think that is what's going to happen. Anyway, that is enough waffling from me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. As always, if you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that at all, post it down below and we can have a nice little chin wag down there as we always do. Tyranid players, I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Are you liking what you hear? Do you dislike what you hear? I'm sure there's going to be more stuff coming for the Tyranids. Again, this is just what I've heard. Just because, I haven't heard of certain things not coming doesn't mean it's not true. Look at Snickrot. I didn't know about Snickrot, and Snickrot just popped up out the ground like orcs do, from a fungus. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. If I start getting more information about it, of course, I'll make more videos, more rumor videos, and we can just do what we're doing now, talk about it, and have a little chin wag. Right, enough waffling. See you in a bit. Thank you for coming. See ya. Bye. 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 Bye.